Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big shout out to Retrofit for hooking me up with some of these new Sega Saturn controllers. I want to show you guys what's unique about these. These are due out April this year, 2019. There's two different versions. Well, there's four different versions, two different series. So you have the standard one that will play for the system. These retail for $19.99. And then you have a USB one that will retail for $24.99. So $5 extra. It's for PC, Mac, Steam, and they also informed me that the first batch will not be compatible with the Switch. However, their plans are to make these later batches after the first batch to be compatible with Nintendo Switch, which is pretty sweet. So keep that in mind. These are really unique because, of course, they're officially licensed Sega product. They also are working on the Sega Genesis one, which I'll do a separate video on, show you what those look like. I love the Saturn. It's crazy to think that in 2020, next year, it'll be the 25th anniversary of the Saturn. So Retrobit, if you're watching this video and you're talking to Sega, it'd be really cool to do a re-release of the Saturn. The Saturn is just an iconic system. It was overshadowed by the Sony PlayStation 1, unfortunately. And to collect for the Saturn today, it's extremely expensive. So maybe they'll do a Saturn Mini. I don't know. Either way, it'd be cool to have the Saturn back. But this is a really cool first step. There have been other third-party controllers that have been released for the Saturn, and they're a little less expensive than this, but you pay a little extra for the official license. And I'm going to open these up. I'm going to show you, compare the difference between this and the original ones back in the day. We'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Okay, so to my left are the USB ports. So it's 10-foot cable with USB adapter, again for P, Steam, and eventually it will work on the Switch, which is awesome. And then to the right are the standard controllers. These will work on the actual system themselves. But other than that, they're essentially the same. Priced a little bit differently, pay $5 more for the USB. Let's go and open these up. Show you the box first. This is very cool. The aesthetics looks very similar to what you expect to see in your original Saturn controller. On the back, it shows you it's official Sega licensed, original grade quality, compatible with PC, Mac, and Steam, 10-foot cable. Okay. Let's go open this up. And same thing in the back here. Same thing on the back. Okay. This is the colored shoulders. This does not. I kind of like, I don't know what you guys prefer. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys prefer. I prefer like the Japanese colored buttons. Either way, you know, this controller itself is probably one of my favorite retro controllers. It's essentially like the Genesis 6-button controller on steroids. It's a little bit bigger. Fits a little bit nicer in my big hands. But we'll open these up and take a closer look. And we'll compare it to the originals. So I open them up, and they open up from the top. There's some stickers here on each side. And they open up, comes with a tray. Here is what the Japanese version looks like. Again, 10-foot cable, plenty of length. It feels good. I love the transparent color. You can actually see the board. Very unique. And if at first eye you wouldn't know that this was a third-party company, you think it was a Sega controller. On the back, the only way you can tell, in very small right here, it says Retrobit on the very bottom right corner. Also says Sega. Okay. Now I don't have a controller like this, but they did release a controller like this in Japan. The only one I have similar to it would be I have a Victor. You can kind of see this is the original one. Okay. See, same color, same look. It feels the same. It doesn't feel different. And even on the back, it just has a model there, Japan. But even the buttons here, the pause button here, start button, feels very similar. It even has a dot in the middle there. So they use the same parts. Looks like. It feels great. And then even to my right, this is the one that most of us would know from North America. Again, 10-foot cable. This got unique. This one will play on the Saturn itself. Here's what the USB looks like, okay? But again, let me compare this to the traditional, original Saturn controller. So on one hand, I have the original Sega Saturn controller. On the other hand, I have the remake by Retrobit. Which one is it? Can you guys guess? Just by looking at these, can you tell the difference? I certainly can't to a naked eye. The only way I can tell the difference, honestly, is this got some scrapes, wear and tear. It's an older system, of course, or older controller. And sure enough, this is the one by Sega, the original one. And this is not, again, the only difference you can tell is the back right corner. Other than that, quality is amazing. It feels just like the original one. I love the fact that Retrobit is doing this. I'm a huge fan of that. You know, I've seen they're working on resurrecting the Sega Nomad, which is awesome. I'd love to see them bring back the Saturn, as I mentioned before in this video, even if it's like a Saturn Mini. That'd be sweet, because there's a lot of fans of Saturn out there. It's a really expensive system to collect for, and it's just overshadowed by the PlayStation 1, unfortunately. This is one of my favorite retro controllers, certainly. Big fan of this. Thank you, Retrobit. I appreciate it. Please leave a comment below, guys. The only thing I would recommend, honestly, is I'd love to see a version that's Bluetooth. I know 8BitDo has done these Bluetooth controllers for the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis lately. I'd love to see a dongle where you can plug into your Saturn and play Bluetooth. That'd be awesome. Maybe that'll be the next step. I don't know. So hopefully you get to that. Either way, it's cool to have a USB. It's cool to have one that actually works on the system itself. We'll see you guys soon. Please leave a comment below. Please like this video. Thank you for turning on notifications. That means a lot. Have a great day, guys, and game on.